Microsoft's Project xCloud is already the best video game streaming service around, but with the introduction of Game Pass, it'll become even better. Hit the subscribe button, ring the notification bell, kick off your shoes and relax your socks as we discuss what Game Pass means to Project xCloud. Last year in 2019, the focus was on game streaming services, with the likes of Google Stadia and Project xCloud being the main contenders. But as we've moved into 2020, the focus has shifted from game streaming services to the next generation consoles. While everybody is focusing on what the Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5 will bring to the next generation, game streaming services, specifically Project xCloud, have a groundbreaking update coming in 2020. As we discussed in the Project xCloud preview episode, Microsoft have done a fantastic job of bringing a really well-rounded and mostly sturdy game streaming service. Considering Project xCloud is in beta, it's absolutely fantastic what Microsoft have managed to achieve. There's still the problem of input lag, which is going to be a really difficult problem to solve in game streaming services. However, Microsoft seem to have done their best to minimize this as much as possible, with the effects really being noticed only in games like first-person shooters and some racing games. Other games like platformers and maybe more slow-paced games, you don't even notice the input lag, which means that a huge selection of the games available on Project xCloud can be played and thoroughly enjoyed from your mobile phone. Now currently the game selection on Project xCloud is just over 50 games, and these are games that are focused around the Xbox One generation. Games like the latest Forza Horizon, Gears of War, Halo, Devil May Cry, and even some platforming games like The Mark of the Ninja and Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. Now as good as Project xCloud is, it's only limited to those games available right now, which already is a better selection than is available on Google Stadia. However, for it to be a fully fledged game streaming service, to be viewed like the Netflix of gaming, then the games library has to be much wider. And this is where Game Pass comes in. Game Pass is the subscription service from Microsoft, which enables gamers to have access to a library of over 100 Xbox 360 and Xbox One games, giving players access to a huge array of games that cross all the generations of Microsoft consoles. Now currently the Game Pass service works whereby you need to download the games onto your console or onto your PC to play them. However, later in 2020, Microsoft will be merging the Project xCloud and Game Pass services together, meaning anybody who uses Project xCloud will have access to the whole array of games available on Game Pass and not even have to download them. With the simple click of a button, you can play those games instantly on your mobile phone or on your pad and PC when xCloud moves to those devices later in the future. This update will be a groundbreaking update in the game streaming services, taking Project xCloud that much higher than Google Stadia, giving us access to some of the most amazing games in the Microsoft Xbox library through all the generations. With a simple rollout of this update, it will take the xCloud games library from the mere 50 plus over to hundreds, which will then open up the Game Pass subscription not just to console owners and powerful PC owners, but to everybody that has a mobile device. This will take Microsoft not just one, but multiple steps ahead in the world of video game streaming, an area which I personally think Microsoft are heavily focusing on because that's what they want their future to be. Now I think, and these are just my personal thoughts, that the Xbox Series X could be Microsoft's last hardware console. It seems more and more likely that Microsoft are wanting to go back to the roots of software over hardware. They've had a really difficult time pushing Xbox consoles around the globe, and because of that I think they're going to start focusing more on software. And although that might seem like a controversial decision, especially to people like myself who like to collect physical media, collect video games and consoles, I genuinely think it's a good idea and a good focus for Microsoft. Because as time goes on and I find less and less time to sit down in front of a console, I'm starting to find my easiest way to consume video games is through portable devices. Right now our only real current gen option for portable gaming is the Nintendo Switch, which is a fantastic option, but I personally would love to have that option for Microsoft and Sony as well. And if Microsoft are able to nail this game subscription service, that will give us access to a huge array of Microsoft games from previous generations all the way up to to the current generation. And those games will be even more accessible if they're available in a Netflix type subscription, which is what the merge of Game Pass and Project xCloud seem likely to offer. Now, in the video gaming world, I am excited for a lot of things in 2020. The next generation PlayStation 5, the Intellivision Amico, and I'm really excited to see what Project xCloud will turn into. As much as I love physical media, as much as I love Sony, and as much as I'm excited for the Intellivision Amico, I have a strong suspicion that Project xCloud could quickly become my #1 gaming device. But let me know what are your thoughts. Are you excited about Project xCloud and Game Pass merging? Or are you completely uninterested in gaming as a streaming service? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more like it, then hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell, as we cover more and more about the next generation of gaming, game streaming, as well as retro gaming and game development. Once again, thank you for watching and see you next time. A big thank you to all my patrons who help making these episodes possible, including Hillazing Retro Gaming. If you want to show your support for Chronik Spartan games, then you can head on over to chronikspartan.com and check out our indie games. You can become a Chronik Spartan patron at patreon.com, or you can kick off your shoes and relax your socks with some Chronik Spartan merch from tpublic.com. All links are in the description below. But the simplest and easiest way to show your support is to just hit that subscribe button. Thank you for tuning in.